In law of attraction, it is believed that our limiting beliefs is an abundance block. And just like the term says, abundance block, you are pretty much blocking yourself from filling up your life with happiness, success, confidence, whatever it is that you wish to manifest, whatever desire you wish to make reality. Your limiting beliefs are blocking you from achieving it, from having it in your life. And if you're interested in learning more about how to reframe your limiting beliefs, check out my video that addresses exactly that, how to reframe your limiting beliefs. Just as important as it is to address our limiting beliefs, it is also important that we are mindful of the emotions that are felt while addressing our limiting beliefs, because it can be super scary to look within ourselves and understand why we are putting ourselves down and why we are thinking in such a negative way. And usually it stems from fear. Hi Bright Lights, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brie Mosquera and I am a Law of Attraction mindset coach. I provide wellness and self-development tips that focus around law of attraction and manifestation. So today I will be talking about how we can look at our fear, how can we address it with 3 reflective questions that help us to be prepared for when we are addressing our limiting beliefs and not allowing our fear to consume us. In addition to mentioning some of the assumptions that we make which influence our limiting beliefs. Before I get into the good stuff of sharing the reflective questions that you can ask yourself to start managing your fear and understanding it some more in regards to your limiting beliefs, some of the assumptions that we make are fatalism. So pretty much the idea that no matter what you do, you're never going to achieve it because it's just predetermined. So you might be thinking to yourself, nothing ever works out for me, it's karma that is treating me in this way because of how I treated my friend. I guess it's just not meant to be for me to be happy. These are some of the comments that we make to ourselves that support the fatalism mentality. Another assumption that we make is mind reading. So assuming that somebody doesn't like you, or thinking poorly about yourself because of a certain situation, or assuming that somebody doesn't want to hang out with you, that they prefer to hang out with somebody else. So it's pretty much making assumptions about what other people think in regards to you. Another assumption is genetics. So because we have family members who might have similar limiting beliefs, who might act in a similar way to us, we then blame our thoughts on them, thinking that it's like, because they are like that, this is why I am like this. A 4th assumption that we make is personal profiling. So believing that you do not fit the criteria for that job, for the course that you wish to take, you are pretty much limiting yourself because you believe that you just don't meet those characteristics to be good enough for that opportunity. 5th assumption is internalizing the negative. So because somebody acts a certain way towards you, you then think it's your fault, when in reality it is not. You just make that assumption that whatever happens, whatever goes wrong is because of you. Lastly, stabilizing the negative. So this will look like you making comments where you say, I will never achieve blank, blank, blank. It's pretty much whenever you use the word never, making it seem that it's just impossible to attain, that you're not worthy enough to attain it. So these are some of the assumptions that we make that influence our limiting beliefs. So you could kind of have a better idea and think about, when you do have your limiting beliefs, what assumption do they fall in? What category do they fall into? Is it stabilizing the negative? Is it fatalism? Is it mind reading? You want to think about where limiting beliefs are coming from, so then you could better understand how to reframe them when you know what your mindset or what your assumptions are. I hope you have a pen and a piece of paper next to you so you can write down the 3 reflective questions that you can ask yourself to start managing your fear and to not let it control you, right? You have control over your emotions. And most importantly, so you can address your limiting beliefs and almost be prepared for the emotions and the fears that you might be feeling, or the reactions that you might have once you start to further discover your limiting beliefs and why you have them. Question number 1 is, what am I afraid of learning about myself? Usually, we don't break down our limiting beliefs, or we're too scared to break down our limiting beliefs because we're afraid of what we will discover about ourselves. We might not like it. And rather than confronting that, we avoid it, right? We run away from it because we don't want to see ourselves in a negative light. We don't want to see our flaws. We want to see ourselves as, perfect in a sense, and that nothing we do is wrong. Question number 2 is that if I learn or realize something that I don't like, what will happen? So as we further look into our limiting beliefs, what will you discover that you don't like about yourself? Will you discover that there are some insecurities that you have, that you have a low level of confidence, or that you are doubtful? These are things that we might not want to know. So what will happen once you discover it? And then a follow-up question to that, is it the end of the world? Right? When we discover our flaws, it's not something that is meant to hold us back. Discovering our flaws is meant to empower us, and it's meant to make us grow because we further understand the good and the ugly, and we accept it for what it is because that makes us who we are. The third and last question that you will ask yourself is, what past experience have I overcome that were also scary? Right? We are resilient people. We have a resilient mind, and we can get through so much more than we expect. But because we get used to situations so quickly, we forget about being able to overcome a difficult situation, a difficult obstacle. We forget about it and we just continue moving on with our lives. So you really want to reflect back to times that were challenging, that were difficult, and that were scary, but how you overcame them, and also reflect on how you are able to overcome these limiting beliefs as well, because you did it once before with a difficult situation, and you can also do it again with yourself. Whenever you start to feel some type of anxiety, whenever you start to feel some type of pressures, knots in your body, those are signs that you are experiencing fear, that your body is telling you that you need to look within and address yourself. So use these questions whenever you feel this way, whenever your body is giving you a signal you need to resolve, or also when you start to experience fear while addressing your limiting beliefs. Look at these questions. You can use your phone to write them out. You can use your journal to write them out as well. Thanks for watching. That is all for today. And also, if you are really interested in taking back control and really taking a hold of your limiting beliefs, check out my video on how to reframe limiting beliefs as well. So leave your comments below on how these 3 reflective questions go for you. And also like and subscribe and turn on your notification bells so every single Wednesday when I upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. So talk to you some more next Wednesday.